Hi everybody and welcome back to our YouTube channel. We are as always your hosts Arne and Carlos.
And today we've got Hedvig here, the crochet throw that is one of our absolute most popular designs that we ever made. Beautiful throw which consists of many flowers crocheted together in a very beautiful way. I really love this throw. Do we have a flower, a loose flower? Yeah, there we go.
But this is made in another yarn.
Yeah, you're right.
This one is made in cotton because we are making those placemats, I think it's called in English.
Yes, placemats.
And I miss one flower on this one.
And the crochet throw is made in wool. Nice, lovely merino wool. It's very bouncy, it's very lovely. And yeah, I mean, it's a very popular throw. We've already done a video where we crocheted some flowers and we crocheted them together, kind of like a podcast, where you only see our hands. We have also done a video on how to crochet the petals of the flower, but it turns out, Arne, that we have completely forgotten about the joining of the crochet throw. So today we're going to do a video where we show you how to crochet this throw the easiest way. Yeah. Now, I want to start by saying that when you get the pattern for this, if you go to our website and get it, what you will get is a written crochet pattern, but you will also get some very beautiful and colorful charts. Now, I know for a fact, because we've traveled all over the world to do stuff with people, and I know that most people will read the written instructions and kind of follow those like they're written in stone, and they will ignore the charts a little bit more, because the charts are not explained in detail, you know, from beginning to end. What I would like to encourage everybody is to free yourself from that thinking and, of course, look at your written instructions to crochet your flowers. It should go pretty easy. Then when you join the flowers, I would love to encourage everybody to take a good look at the charts. Don't read anything, just look at the charts, see how it, and try to work out how are these crocheted together. And I can promise you that if you look at the charts for 5 minutes, you're gonna have that eureka moment where you're gonna say, oh, I understand it.
And even if it's the flowers or if it's the crochet together thing, like when you made one, even if you look at the written thing and maybe you look at both the written and the drawing, the next flower you won't have to look at the written part. And that's exactly, like for us, like when we buy magazines in Japan, we can't read anything, but we look at the drawings. So it's so easy to crochet when you have the drawings.
Yeah.
And it can also be like, because like when we write the pattern, it's written in American English. So of course, if you think it's English and you crochet from it, you will have a strange flower.
Yeah.
So or the other way. So look at the drawing and try to understand.
Yeah, spend 5 minutes studying that chart without reading a single line in the written pattern. Just look at that chart for 5 minutes and we guarantee that you will have that eureka moment and you're going to understand.
It will make your life so much easier.
It will make your life so much easier, and we actually recommend people to do that with everything. If there's a chart there, look at it and study it. And you'll see that your brain will be able to work it out just by looking at it. Anyway, today it's not all about, that's not the tutorial, how to join the crochet flowers, look at the chart. We're actually going to show you. And for that, we brought out the placemat that we're working on.
So what we do, which is different, I guess, from a lot of other crochet things, is that we don't sew things together. We crochet things together.
Much nicer.
So for the flowers, you see there are in between the petals, I think it's called.
Yes.
We fill the holes with small crochet things. So this way we just make a lot of flowers and then we crochet them together. So that's kind of the last thing we do. And for this one we work with the cotton from Schackenmeyer.
Catania,
which has so many colors. So we're actually
hundreds of colors, I think.
Yeah, and we're cleaning up in the studio, or in the storage, the stash, because we have so many balls of this yarn, but we have most of them is just one color or one ball. So we make these placemats because our plan is to have a lot of these
for summer.
And I have one flower.
And are you going to
That
join
is not
that flower?
placed in the placemat, so I'm going to join that one.
Okay, so Arne, the first thing that you do when you're going to join the flower, what is that?
I started to do the thing that is going to be in between the flower,
okay.
and then I crochet this thing.
Do you look for the place where you're going to crochet the flower? Do you put the flowers down and...
Yeah, you see where you want it. See the petals, they kind of meet in two places,
Yes.
all of them. So
Yes.
this flower, they meet in this one and this one, then this flower meets in these two, and the next in these two.
So a good way to describe this is it's kind of like a puzzle, right? When you're doing a puzzle and you're putting your pieces together, you find that piece that has, and then you find the hole, and then you take that piece and you put it in, and then that piece will go and fit perfectly with 4 different pieces, approximately, or 2. And it's kind of the same here, isn't it? It kind of goes right in, and then it will be connected on each of these, here, 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 and here, here.
So this flower need 3 of these green, I don't know what to call this.
Well, that's the vine or the leaves.
The thing?
Yeah. So, and then does it grow organic? Then you kind of have to figure out where the next flower goes and the next and so on.
And for a placemat, we have 4 on the sides, and then we have 3 whole flowers in the middle, and then 2 half flowers.
Perfect.
That makes the placemats. If you want bigger placemats, you add more flowers. So, let me see if I remember.
And if you don't, we can cheat.
Yeah.
And look at the chart.
So you start with the chain. And I know we mix up sometimes these things, because a chain in Norwegian, if you translate that to Norwegian, you get kjedemaske.
Yeah,
and then we mix this chain with kjedemaske, which is not in Norwegian. This is luftmaske.
Which is a chain in both English and American crochet.
I think we mix these things up many times. So.
Give me a language and give me crochet and I'll mix it up.
Yeah.
And
So,
you're even worse.
Yeah, I'm worse. So first you have to make some single crochets or double crochets or whatever. Staver in Norwegian. That's the Norwegian word for today. Stav.
Yeah.
Around the circle. So we have 3 of these, and then you chain.
And now I'm sure people are going to start complaining. It's going too fast, Arne. You're too fast. I'm not getting anything out of this.
But we have the pattern and the drawing.
Of course. And if you have a chart and you have the pattern, so it's not too fast because you can follow it there. However, if you really want to see it in slow motion, click on that in that settings tool. It looks like a wheel with teeth. Click on that, and then you can adjust the speed, and you can make us really slow like this. Or you can make us sound like chipmunks.
You want me to continue, or
Yeah,
you
sorry,
want to
yeah.
explain everything right now?
Yeah, no.
I'm going to finish this one. Okay, so now I go in between the petal on one side, and I make a single crochet. Correct me if I'm wrong with the words.
Single crochet it is.
Then I jumped on the next leaf, and I do another single crochet, and then I make a chain back again. Then I make the staff double crochets. No.
Let's see.
Around the circle.
So what is it in Norwegian?
Stav.
It's enkelstav.
Yeah.
So it's a double crochet.
Double crochet. We haven't done this crochet language for a long time, and then we forget it.
It's a double crochet.
But that's kind of like our thing. We always mix up crochet language. That's why we should do it in Norwegian and we have text. Okay, so now you see you have the flower, and you start to get this shape in between the petals. And then when you have 3 more of these double crochets, you make a chain again. Like this. And then you go to the next petal, like in this little piquet or mouse ear. I think this one has different names. And you make a single crochet. And now it's time to connect the flower with the placemats. So you do another single crochet in the flower that you meet.
Okay.
Like this, and then you chain again.
And are you turning the work, or are you just...
No, for this one I try to keep everything on the same side.
So you will have a right side and a wrong side,
Yeah.
I suppose.
Because this is like, this is different. Because it doesn't make much if you turn it around too much. Yeah. So all these are also on the same
So
side.
you've got two sides on this one.
But for like a grandma square, I like to turn. And also for the primula
the
blanket,
primrose.
the primrose, we also turned. But that's, you can do whatever you want. There's no rules.
No.
So, and and when we work with the single crochets, we work around the circle of chains. We're not crocheting in the stitches in a circle. We go around.
Okay. So what have you done now, Arne?
So I have a group of 3. I have a chain, a single crochet next to the leaves or the petals, and then a chain again, and a group of 3, and chain and single crochet, chain and double crochets.
Okay.
So 2, 3, 4, 5, like this, and then now you see you have to come in between these 2 petals. So first on this side, and then a single crochet on that side.
And it's all indicated in the pattern that you can get at arnecarlos.com if you don't already have it. And it's also indicated in the chart. So look at that chart, try to visualize it. It is so much easier than reading the pattern.
So now you see you connect this green thing like this. And now you chain and you go back and you make the last group of 3 single crochets. Is that the right word? Single crochet? Okay.
Single crochet and fastmaske.
No, stav.
Double crochet.
Double crochet. 3 double crochets. And then you chain again. 1, 2, 3, 5. And then you go where these meet. You see they met already with this green one, so now you go back in the piquet or the mouse ear and you do the same. So 1 in this one and then 1 in the neighbor, like that, and you chain. And now you go. No, sorry, I was too quick.
Yeah, and that's what people are going to say about you throughout the whole video.
Yeah, yeah. No, I went into the wrong flower.
Okay.
I go back to the flower where I came from. So it's this one. That's my biggest problem. I can't talk and crochet at the same time. Like this. And then I go back and I make, is that like a slip stitch? Like this.
Slip stitch, yeah.
Kjedemoske in Norwegian.
Wow, you're pretty strong, huh? This yarn is unbreakable.
Well, maybe it's old. See?
And so that is how you connect the
then
flower.
Then you weave in these ends. So that's the first one. And now you have to do the same in this opening. So let me do one more since I'm at it.
Yeah. Would you like going a little bit slower, maybe? Just a teeny witsy bit slower?
So, luftmasker, chains.
Yes. How many?
8.
8 chain, okay.
And then I make this slip
stitch to create a hole.
And I like when I start the first double crochet, which is a chain, I like to go under the tail like this.
Yes.
Because then I lock or block the tail.
So you close it to make a circle, and then how many?
Then I make 3.
3, and that's the first double crochet.
That's a double crochet, and then you make 2 more double crochets around the circle, not in the stitches in the circle. Because when you work around the circle, it's more firm, and you can pull it any direction. Yeah. So we never knit in the...
And then you make a few of those.
Yeah.
How many do you do?
5, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Like this. And then you can start on this side, or you can start on that side. That is, it's okay, or you can start there. I prefer to start in between petals on one of the flowers. So I go under like this, I make a single crochet and then another single crochet on the other side, and then I chain again. Am I too quick again?
No, you could slow down a little bit from time to time.
You know, then I would never finish anything if I should be so slow. So, and then a group of 3. And the chain.
Okay, now you're going really fast again.
But I've done one slow.
Okay.
That should be fine.
Okay, yeah.
So now,
And also this tutorial is actually aimed at the people that are asking for this help, and those people have the pattern. If you wanna see you wanna do this, you get the pattern at our website at arnecarlos.com, and then you use this video to help you out when you need to join the flowers. Unless you have the pattern already, then you just see the video and then join the flowers as you're doing.
but this is actually maybe one of the most easiest joinings we have, I think.
I think the primrose is pretty easy too.
The primrose is also.
Yeah.
Everything is easy when you know how to do it.
Yeah, that's the problem. And if you've never done this before, the first one's difficult, and then once you start, it gets
It's
easier.
kind of logic after a while. And when we were on the tour in America last year, I made a lot of these because I brought a lot of leftover yarns, or like I just filled the suitcases with a lot of yarn, and I made a lot of these while we were traveling, and it felt so good. I felt like I was cleaning up in the studio.
Yeah, and you know the best thing about using up your leftover yarn is you can go buy more yarn.
Then you have new colors in your stash.
Yeah, because you've got space for it suddenly when you're clearing. So that's always good.
But I think this will be like a very nice project, these Catania placemats, because when you have a lot of these and have different colors on the table, it will look really good. So for the next summer party, we will have one for each family member.
Yeah.
That will be like 18 or 19 or how many?
Let's see. We've
Right
recently
now,
had
we're
a
like-
birthday celebration here when 20 people were allowed in the same space.
And then we were
in Norway,
18.
we were 18. But as I always say, there's 2 very small children there. They're like
count as
1-year-olds.
one, yeah.
And if you put them together as one, then I'd say 17 people. But this is in COVID days when you have to count people and you have to social distance even from your family. But yeah, officially we are 18, yes, in the Norwegian side of the
You think
family.
this is clear now, or should I do more?
I think it's pretty clear. I think I wanna emphasize a second time that when you get a crochet pattern, the best way to go about it is, especially when you're gonna start, forget about the written instructions to begin with. Just look at the charts. Try to visualize it. Try to understand how it's been worked out by looking at the chart. Spend 5-10 minutes doing that. You get that eureka moment where you realize that, oh, I understand this perfectly. Then go over to the written instructions to do the different steps you need to do, and then go back to the chart when you're going to join the things together, and then work it out again in your mind, and then go back to the written instructions. This is how we usually work with charts, and if we're reading Japanese magazines, we can't actually read the written instructions anyway. We just go for the charts, and it usually works out very well. Learn how to read those charts. That is the most important tip that we can recommend. And remember, when you get a pattern from Arne and Carlos, you always have written instructions, you have a chart, and you will also have the legend or the abbreviations, as well as the symbols and what they mean. So look at the symbol in the chart. If you don't know what that is, go look at the legend and you'll see it there, and you can read what it means. Usually we have that in British and in UK,
And also
or
like-
UK and US terms.
And then it's also easy, like if you read, if it's like English or American English, at least you have the symbols, so you know if it's one slash over a line, it's the yarn over the needle one time. If it's 2 of those, you know it's yarn around or over the needle 2 times.
And it's all explained in our patterns. So I hope, or we hope, that those of you who got the pattern and who have been knitting these flowers and who have been wondering if we'd ever do a tutorial about this, we hope that it is clear enough now.
This was the tutorial,
so that you can so that you can go back and start doing this again and joining your flowers. We hope that this will give you a lot of help. As Arne was saying, it is one of the easier joins techniques that we have ever done on a throw like this or a placemat. So should be quite okay for you to figure it out. If you've never seen this before and you want to do it, you can go to arnecarlos.com, go to our web shop, you can download the pattern there. And then we've got the 2 tutorials now to support the pattern, which is how to crochet the petals and now how to join the blanket, which should be quite easier now. And if you really like the speed that Arne has been crocheting in, give us a big thumbs up because he is a very quick crocheter. If you're dissatisfied with Arne's speed, remember to click on that wheel with teeth, the set it symbol, and you can slow us down and then we sound very funny. What else are we going to say? Give it a thumbs up anyway. I think it's a good tutorial for people that have been asking and waiting for this for such a long time.
And hopefully not more confusing.
No, I think now people will get it. And then of course follow that tip about reading and studying the chart without thinking about anything else too much. Don't overthink it. It's always easier when you have an open mind when you're doing projects like this. And turn on your notifications if you are willing to know when a new episode is coming. That way you never lose track of when we post. We usually post on Wednesdays and Sundays, but you never know. Sometimes we can post on a Saturday, so turn on those notifications and you'll always be notified. And remember, the best way to support our YouTube channel is by becoming a subscriber, because the more subscribers we have, the more support we get from YouTube, which enables us to make these episodes for all of you to enjoy for free. So,
and there I finished.
And there you are. You finished, we finished. Thank you so much for watching, and we look forward to seeing you again next Wednesday and again next Sunday.
Ta-da!
Finished.
Finished. Just need some steaming.
Yes, some blocking, and there we go. Okay, this is it for now.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.